Right now I'm in Rangiroa in the Tuamotus. I've been here for quite a while now, and these last several days, I was in the far east corner of Rangiroa, just kind of enjoying the solitude and the incredible snorkeling and camping, all that. But looks like the weather is becoming a little bit more unstable, so I'm going to start heading to Tahiti. Alright, I got the anchor up, got everything tied down, hopefully, and I'm gonna go out the Tiputa Pass, which is the main one, just ahead of me here. It's the bigger one, so the current can be worse, but the wind is light, and it's outgoing current, and I'm going out, so it should be fine. Well, relative to the trees, I'm moving about how fast they usually do, so I think it's slack tide, or at least close to it, which is good news. That was awesome. Dolphins threw me a farewell party. There were a lot of them, maybe 30 or 40. Really cool. There's a lot of swell, so it's gonna be a pretty miserable trip, I think. The boat's just slamming back and forth, side to side, but it doesn't matter. I'm about 25-30 miles in now. Been doing absolutely nothing all day except for just sitting in here under the fan on full blast, listening to an audiobook and drinking water. It's very hot outside. Not as hot as the doldrums, but still quite hot. It's nice outside now. No wind, not any, which is a little bit concerning because I expected there to be at least 10 or so knots of wind by now. I think I have enough diesel to motor the whole way there, but I'm actually not completely sure. I've never measured the tank's range, so I guess that's what this is, but maybe tonight it'll pick up, who knows. I've got however much is in the tank. I think that's 20 to 25 gallons and then two 10-gallon jugs. Should be enough, we'll see. There's a boat on AIS. It's probably a cargo ship, or it might be a sailboat coming from Makatea. I don't really know, but it looks like they'll pass behind me. If it looks like they're gonna come too close, I can just go this way a little bit, so no big deal. All right, it is the next morning. I got wind at some awful hour last night, and I've still got it, so that's really good news. Heading straight for Tahiti at about 5.6 knots. There's a boat on AIS right now that's gonna come close again, but looks like I'll pass them easily. And then I'll get there at another awful hour tomorrow morning, I think. It is sunset number 2 of my trip to Tahiti from the Tuamotus. Really nice day. There was wind for a lot of it. Now I'm just outside watching the colors light up, and I'll close in on Tahiti sometime tonight at a horrible hour, like 1 or 2 a.m., but that's okay because I know the area pretty well. Almost 1 a.m. Love it. 15 minutes away from the port entrance, so there's no traffic. They were very enthusiastic to state that there is absolutely no traffic right now. Right now I'm anchored in the airport anchorage in Tahiti. This is kind of just a stopover anchorage for transiting between the islands. It's not a very nice place because there's so many boats here. But I just turned 20, so I spent my birthday in Tahiti. I was here a little bit for that, just hanging out with friends, and then now I'm gonna head 100 miles to the west to Huahine. Haven't been there yet, excited to see it. It's supposed to be kind of like Mora, just less people, so that'll be nice. I enjoy the solitude more than the big city like Tahiti, and it'll be a one-day trip. Still gotta get this windlass fixed. I couldn't find any 12-volt ones here in Tahiti, but might have to have one shipped to Fiji. It's okay doing this kind of thing when the wind's light, but if the wind were to pick up and I had to do this by hand, I would be a little bit screwed. There we go. I got the sails up a little bit ago. I'm about halfway to Mora now. I got smacked by a pretty big wind gust as soon as I got the sails up because Tahiti kind of funnels the wind, but no big deal. And at this rate, I'll show up to Huahine sometime tomorrow morning. Sunset time now. The wind is pretty light, so I'm not able to point far enough downwind to make it straight to Huahine as I kind of expected. I might just take the mainsail down and only leave the head sail out because the mainsail blocks the wind from getting to the head sail and it causes all that. And it would just be an easier night if I do that, so I think I might. But no clouds almost around me, and no bites on the fishing gear either, so I guess I'll have to make some of my own food. Wind vane is doing a perfect job of steering the boat as always. Haven't done anything to the sails yet, but I'm outside enjoying my cat food, aka tuna salad. It's always a bit of a challenge making stuff inside when the boat's rolling like this going downwind. I am trying to take better care of myself in these trips though, just eating more consistent meals. You know, sometimes I would go literally 3 days without eating and not even notice it. I'm kind of just durable in that specific way. It doesn't bother me too much, but I don't think it's the healthiest thing. And neither is the sleep deprivation. I'd like to find someone compatible to come with me for sure, but it's a really small boat, so got to be quite compatible. And there's a boat on AIS here. It's a sailboat. They're gonna come really close, but I'm sure they'll avoid me. If they don't, then I'll avoid them. Either way, it's fine. It's about 9 o'clock and getting kind of tired, but I don't think sleep is much of an option, at least not until that sailboat passes. First boat moved their course a little bit and I moved mine a little bit, so no biggie. And there's another one immediately after that. It's gonna come within 0.1 miles, so I'm gonna jibe and get out of their way because it's a fast boat going 11 knots. And I would not like to get smacked by them ideally. The wind has decided to completely go away. Now I'm just miserably bobbing down the waves. The boom and the mains and the head sail are just slapping back and forth. That would probably cost me more than $25 in diesel. So I think I will choose the $25 in diesel and just make the rest of the way there in peace. So I'll turn on the engine, go. These two boats I've been kind of side to side with the entire night. It's not their fault, but it's just kind of annoying timing. Alright, I'm inside the lagoon now. Looks like there's a free mooring ball just right over there by that pink boat. So I'm gonna go for that instead of anchoring. I've heard of people drag an anchor here because the sand is kind of shallow, I think. Yesterday I did absolutely nothing. I got here at about noon, picked up to the mooring ball, and then slept from 2 p.m. to 6 a.m., which is now. But that was refreshing, and I think that's close to a new record. Now I'm gonna clean up the boat, get the dinghy inflated, get the motor on without throwing out my back, and then go walk around a little bit, maybe find a coffee, and then explore the island for the next 5 days or so.
For the smoothie, you want a big one or small?
I'll take big. I'm heading to a new spot now from the little mooring field at the town. A lot of current right now. I'm fighting probably 2 knots and doing 3 knots boat speed through the water, but it doesn't matter. There's supposed to be a little boat anchorage that kind of only boats like mine can fit in. I'm gonna go try to check that out. It's by a little bridge and you can motor through the cove. Good snorkeling, I think, but it might be kind of sketchy. Don't know yet. We'll see. So I made it into the spot just fine and anchored, and immediately after anchoring I got kicked out by a local that didn't seem to like my hooligan boat shenanigans. So I'm moving down another 30 minutes or so to the south of the island, but it was nice while it lasted, but that was only about 3 minutes. Well, I wasn't too much of a fan of Huahine. I got kicked out of 2 places that were perfectly legal by angry locals with machetes, and that left kind of a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm heading to Raiatea. I'm about to enter the pass. It's just been a motor the entire way here, but I'm hoping this place is better. I think first I'm going to provision for Fiji. Here are the provisions I bought sort of the last couple days. Lots of water, oats, peanut butter, lots of tuna, that kind of thing. Over the next month, I'll be sailing to Bora Bora, checking out of French Polynesia, and then heading west 1,800 miles to Fiji. Special thanks to my Patreons for supporting the channel.